Welcome to Too Fond of Books. My name is Janelle and this is a chatty kind of video. I was noticing something the other day about how I read, and it got me thinking about reading rituals. So I just thought it might be fun to have a quick little kind of chat about reading rituals, because I think whether we pick up on them or not, we all have rituals related to how we read. And I just think that's kind of interesting. So I thought I'll share mine in the hopes that you might share yours in the comment section down below. So this is kind of maybe a bit of a confession and a chat about reading rituals. Now, please excuse my voice. My allergies have been really, really bad the past few days, and so I'm all stuffed up and constantly clearing my throat and whatever. So I know it's affecting my voice, and so I apologize for that. But let's get into this chat about reading rituals. When I read a book, when I start a book, and this is every single time, because the reason why I noticed this was when I was doing a reread, a book that I was very familiar with, but I noticed that I did the same thing anyway. And I'm going to use this book as an example. This is what I do. When I start to read a new book, I read the synopsis. If it's on the back, I read the back. If it's in the front flap, I read the front flap. So I read the synopsis, then I turn back to the front of the book and I open it to the copyright page, and I just glance at the copyright page. I look at the date, and I often will, as I glance, I notice the publisher. Sometimes I will look at this little section here that has stuff like what's in the book, you know, and I look at that. And then I go back to the back of the book and without reading from the last page, I glance at the page numbers. How long is this book? Once I've done all of those things, I open it up to the beginning and I start to read. And I have noticed that I do that every single time I read a book, and in that order. And so that's become my reading ritual, and I don't know why I do that, because I do it even with books that I'm already familiar with, or if it's a book that I got from the library and I already read the synopsis at the library and I don't need to read it again before I start the book, I find I do it anyway. And so I just thought that that was really interesting, and I thought that it was interesting that I have to do it in that order, because what would make more sense is if I read the synopsis that's on the back and then looked at the page number and then flipped to the front of the book, looked at the copyright page, and then started reading. But I don't do that. I read the synopsis, I go to the copyright page, I go to the back again to look at the page number, and I start reading the book. So do you guys have any rituals like that surrounding how you read a book, how you start a new book? So I guess this is specifically reading rituals related to how you start to read a book. And I've noticed that one of the reasons why I do not like reading on my computer or on my Kindle is because I can't do this. And it really, it kind of makes me a little bit anxious isn't the right word, but I don't like starting a new book without being able to do this. So for example, I read a lot of advanced readers copies from NetGalley, and I do that on my computer. And so what I find that I've been doing in order to try and keep to this ritual is I will open the book on the thing that I use to read it on my computer, and then I will go to NetGalley, find the book and read the synopsis, and then go and look at, and then of course, because it's on my computer, you always get the page number anyway, and so it's my way of still trying to do my reading ritual. So that's my confession. Do you have any rituals like that when you start to read a book? I would love to hear about them in the comment section down below. Also, please let me know if you think that I am totally crazy or if this is like somewhat normal reader behavior. And I'll see you for another video soon. Bye.